Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabubesi Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabubesi
Mike Meeker this side, up against Body Squad. Francois Pienaar the open side. The big man Stroily goes hard. Now Van der Westhuizen, Jansky, LaRue. Johnson came in the dummy run. Beautiful pass by Chester Williams. Chance for James Small. Good footwork by him. Beautifully picked up by Van der Westhuizen. Help there from Rousseau. Out of picture, two Viegas in trouble. Van der Westhuizen, Stransky, quickly through the hands, LaRue, now Johnson up in the line, he's got Williams on his outside, Small was right over there as well, couldn't quite find Small, but he's still going, nice pass on the inside there to Ruben Creer. Van der Westhuizen, now Stroily again, stay on his feet, that's good tackling in midfield by the Western Samoas, now the big man, Visa, taken on by Van der Westhuizen, Stransky, LaRue, can he get through the gap? He didn't see Mulder on his outside. Great support from Mark Andrews. Van der Westhuizen is right in behind his forwards. Now Chester Williams, look where he is from the left wing. Visa the drive. This is good play by the South Africans. Yes, Osturank gets it up. Stransky, Mulder, Small on the outside. Johnson gets in for the try.
Well, it had to come. They just kept the ball alive through so many phases of possession, and in the end Gavin Johnson decided this one's my turn.
Left wing is just receiving the attention. Tunu Alicia's put into the scrum. They'll have to hold up now. Look at the power there, the Greens push. Nicely played there by the Western Samoans. Politu in all sorts of trouble. They're just feeding the ball back from a bad position, from bad to worse to worse. Tunu Alicia just again trying to put the South African attackers off. This is James Small. Hard has come up strongly. Small gets away from both the would-be tacklers. Great work by James Small. This is Gavin Johnson. Pass is skipping out to Alfie. Williams gets in for the 5-pointer.
It's his 6th try in international rugby, and he really is something of a try machine these days. Scored against both Scotland and Wales. The one against Wales was really crucial, and this one really he only had to run it in. Well, a classic movement this from South Africa. You didn't see the captain Pienaar setting it up, and very nearly Chester Williams getting across there.
Terrific tackle there by Brian Lima, but meanwhile Mark Andrews has gone in for his 2nd test try. He's absolutely delighted. He got his first against France, and now the big man absolutely delighted with that.
Well, quite a soft score, but quick thinking from South Africa, creating the opportunity for...
Tyler Williams is at the front of the line out for Western Samoa. They couldn't find Lutia. Now Rousseau, Stransky, body swap. This is what he loves. Charging into the opposition, sets it up for Van der Westhuizen there. Stransky, LaRue, looking on the inside there for Ruben Creer, so strong. Now Stransky again, getting it away to Chester Williams. Another thumping tackle by Brian Lima. Was it late? And as it bounces on the inside, and the man who is up there once again is Gavin Johnson.
I remember in the UK, just before the first test against Scotland, Kitch Christie saying that the magic had come a little...
Particularly good. He just hasn't been getting any good attacking ball. The Western Samoas, in fact, haven't been able to get the ball out to their centres once in the half. Van der Westhuizen, Stransky, the long ball. Yapi Mulder took beautifully. Johnson comes charging into the line. Williams is going. Lima again. Another crash tackle on Chester Williams. The referee has awarded it this time. I think, in fact, it just happened too often. And I see a number 19 jersey flash up Jules van der Westhuizen sees James Small. James Small, this could be a cakewalk for the winger, and his triumphant return to international football for the Natal hero.
Great vision that from Jules van der Westhuizen. The quick look up, saw some space on the right, and James Small only had to hope that the ball bounced kindly for him, and eventually it did. And it is nice to see him back in the side, because there is no one within miles of him as a right wing in this country. The ball to be able to run.
Oh, now they've actually made a hash of the scrum. The Tyler just kicked it through onto the Springbok side. Good work there by Strolley and Stransky. Now Mulder. Now chance for Chesterton. Will this be try number? Yes, it is. Try number 2 for the Flying Western Province wing.
Beautiful work, and again the backs getting wonderful ball from a back row movement that worked perfectly, with Rudolf Strolley setting
In this first ever test match between these two countries. Pat Lam was up there quickly. Now Fatia Lofa goes in, so does Tala. Williams is number 4. Yes, Darryl Williams, number 4, trying to drive in. Lulu Atia working now. They should really try and loosen this ball up to their scrum half. Fatia Lofa now does it. This is Puletu. Umanga came on the dummy run. Now Leo Pepe. Look at the shambles. It's half created by insecure handling, other half created by great tackling. It was Puletu, the fly half. Now watch how Johnson just so casually steps away from him. Then the float over to Chris Rousseau. The hooker goes. A lovely little scissors there with James Small. Stransky's got men aplenty on the outside. And will he feed it on the inside? This is good play by South Africa. Yapi Mulder gets it away. Chris Rousseau, a debut try for him. We saw Rudolf Strolley do it. And now Chris Rousseau really will be delighted with that.
just about the best movement of the match for South Africa. Started in his own 22 by Gavin Johnson, who decided to go right.
Now, this is a chance here for Johnson. Can he get on the outside? Gavin Johnson stretches his long arms over. For the first time in a test match, South African fullback has scored 3 tries.
And I wonder whether he's done himself a mischief in the process. It looks as if he's just...
As I said earlier in this evening, just look at Chris Rousseau. 2 weeks ago on the bench for Transvaal, now a Springbok cap. Now, Puletu. And this is Small. James Small with the pace has opened up miles of ground. Can Stransky get in? He's got Henny LaRue. Oh, he showed the ball to the cover defence, and it was Pat Lam who just showed it to them. And Joel Stransky gets in for his 4th try in his 6th test match.
There's a dream I feel so rare, so real.
The Springboks were the underdogs against the star-studded Wallaby side, the defending champions, and in the crowd was a young man who would soon have a big role to play, Bob Skinster.
En die feit is dat ons kry nie die bal by ons springers. Daar het baie goed by die springer gekom.
Nou kyk net wat maak hulle met hierdie lyn staan bal. Jos van der Westhuizen kry vir Joel Stransky, gaan hy vir Matthew Pini beproef. Net by die kwartgebied, Pini wat hardloop, hy kan nie vir hom raakvat nie, die bal spring so half vorentoe, maar Australië het vir hom weer in die hande. Gregan, nou is het David Campisi op 'n loskakelposisie, hy jaag vir Suid-Afrika terug, Andre Joubert op die 10 meter stappellyn. Wat maak hy vir James Small, kry hy, goeie aansluiting, goeie hardloopwerk, James Small, James Dalton, hy het vir Bali Swart, hy moes dalk laat loop het, dis op die kwartlyn van Australië, kan Suid-Afrika die bal terugkry, lyk goed Suid-Afrika, Jos van der Westhuizen, Joel Stransky, Japie Muller, in die hande van James Small, dan Pieter Hendricks, het was nie 'n goeie aag, en hier kom hy by Campisi verby, hier kom sy 101ste rondse 3, Pieter Hendricks het hom.
Nou ja, dit was goeie spel hier deur Suid-Afrika's harte spelers. En weer een Pieter Hendricks. Die man wat daar die 3 vir Suid-Afrika gedruk het. Nou ja, Nieuweland gaan mal.
Well, Chick, it's all about time, I think, and unless you're doing a skip pass early on, the defence closes in on you so quickly. But this is Rudolf Strolley. Van der Westhuizen inside and Stransky will score! We've seen that move before. The last time round it was Henny LaRue that scored.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabube.
What do we have in store now? Will it be a big shove from South Africa? In goes Johan Roux to lend a little bit of support. And Hendricks to take the scrum half berth. Will it be needed? South Africa have scored. Well, we're waiting to see who the try will be credited to, and it certainly looks like Marius Herter or Adrian Richter has scored that try.
Wide across the field by the three-quarters inside him.
Maybe there are more kicking options for Henny LaRue and Johan Roux to get the forwards going towards the Romanian try line. Brecci, he's in all sorts of trouble, taken there by the South African loose forwards. This is good play by South Africa. Are they in possession? Well, that's a good try then for South Africa, and that will be credited to Adrian Richter. The ball was taken away from Brecci, the man who took the catch, and then good work by the South African loose forwards resulted in the captain.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabube.
5 meters ku scoring line wa Canada. Roux uzayifaka le bola. Ufakile Roux beka phambili scrum. Sibone bathi ni South Africa uyahamba ne scrum se Canada. Walala mtheni phethe phakathi sekile Richter. Adrian Richter walala mtheni. South Africa ucele enye is
Dat is die doellijn van Canada. Hier komt Zuid-Afrika weer. Weer Adrian Richter. Zijn 4e 3 in Wereldbeker Rugby 95.
Ja, Adrian Richter, wat weer eens met een pak voorspelers, wat baie goeie beheer aan die dag.
Alteron, Stewart, and that's good work by Gray, and this is Christian Stewart. Oh, what a lovely dummy by him. Support is there by Stanley, and the knock on, and he didn't like that blow in the face from Hendricks. And in goes Stewart, and this is getting out of hand totally. Dalton involved, and a free-for-all. And frustration boiling over. Eventually, there have been several very nasty incidents in this game, but I did point out when shoulders and elbows went in, the referee did not notice them and did not penalise them. And I think it's all led to this. Well, Streeter must come out of that very much the worse for wear. Well, this is what happened. Now, Stanley wasn't happy with that. Hendricks came in a little bit high. It didn't look too serious until Scott Stewart came in. You think a man of his experience would know a lot better. And then Dalton, the young and fiery hooker, came in too. And that was a punch from, of all people, Henny LaRue. And then it just developed into mayhem. Well, disastrous moments for South Africa, and that is surely going to affect them later in the tournament. James Dalton leaves, Rod Snow follows, and this match approaching a very, very sad conclusion.
So, South Africa topping their table with the Australians finishing in 2nd place.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabube.
Coming on this occasion from Mike Mika, but that's Mark Andrews going through. South Africa will want players running off the ball at pace. On this occasion, there's Pienaar just to take the brunt of that first tackle. South Africa have got numbers on the outside. Now he has a real chance. That's great running by Jabir. Chester Williams will score.
Kobus Wiese, 125 kilogram staatmaker. Kijk hoe mooi vat hij voor hem. Hier een goede aankeer, die mag goed raak gevat. Heriane, dat is niet aan van Ruben Creer. Krijgt van François Pienaar. Brendan Venter moet moeilijk raakvat. Christian Scholes. Henny LaRue, dat lijkt goed voor Zuid-Afrika. Gavin Johnson het voor hem weer. Weer Christian Scholes. En dat is zo'n 5 meter binnen die kwartgebied. Dat is Jos van der Westhuizen en François Pienaar. Kan hy uitkom as Suid-Afrika nou vinnig. Hier kom hy. Christian Scholes, Japie Mulder. Kom hier tussen die voorspelers wil hy deurkom. Dis die doellyn van Wes-Samoa in die agtergrond. Henny Leroux, 'n lange aangee na Ruben Creer, na Chester Williams, na die oorkant na Chris Rousseau wat vir hom probeer spasie kry. Terug na Ruben Creer, na Chester Williams. Hy kom sy tweede drie. Alle wêreld, dit was mooi. Dit was pragtige rugby van Suid-Afrika. Vir Kobus Wiese gegee word. Wat gaan hulle maak? Jos van der Westhuizen. Dis na Chris Rousseau. Hy moet weer wees en is weer. Suid-Afrika se derde drie. Dit lyk goed Suid-Afrika.
Electrifying. Andrews this time recovered from injury. Well, that certainly spurred Mark Andrews on. Aggressive driving from him, down the line it goes. Ruben Kruger, he's done really well now. He has a chance for Chester Williams. Can Williams get in? Great running by Chester Williams, hat-trick for him.
In the South Africans as to, and if they're so in, as to what they're going to do. It's a long line out.
Well, there are lots of options here. Will it be Visser in the front and the charge through? But it's Andrews. Can South Africa get him over? Are South Africa over? Yes, they've scored. Well, that try will go to Mark Andrews, one fancies. There he is. Quick recovery. Try number 5 for South Africa.
Fleming wat baie streng is, onmiddellik vorentoe kom en sê Wes-Samoa het nie van die voete was toe die bal gespeel het nie, was op die grond gewees. Suid-Afrika wat onmiddellik met 'n kort stoppie vorentoe beweeg.
Wes-Samoa was nie 10 meter terug nie, dan Suid-Afrika kry weer 'n kans vir 'n strafskop. Jos van der Westhuizen. Al dit was dan nog nie nodig om die man as 'n stit te gebruik nie. Was nie aanslaan nie, skeieregter wag steeds vir voordeel. Chester Williams is nou skrimskakel. Chester Williams gaan deur. Het hy het hom. En dit gaan Chester Williams se 4de drie wees. En hier in die diskant kan jy glo, is dit Sila Waiwala wat werklik waar met Pieter de Rand wil kom gesels. Chester Williams druk sy 4de drie vir Suid-Afrika in hierdie toernooi.
MP Wonansi Mpieza Ubani benga chinja mabubesi.
On the morning of their semi-final against France in Durban, the Boks awoke to leaden skies and a downpour of biblical proportions, and the field at the Kings Park Stadium was literally transformed into a pool of water.
Well, and so to Intermac. And this is difficult now for South Africa. James Small and Andre Hubert.
Touch judge that he felt that it was his throw-in as the ball was shepherded into touch by Intermac there. And indeed, as it spun around on that grassy, wet patch, it may well have been South Africa's advantage.
Jean-Michel Gonzalez throws, but it's won by South Africa. Van der Westhuizen. Conditions not ideally suited for the scrum half, the quicksilver scrum half, but it's ball one now. Rousseau, helped on by Peter Durant. And Ruben Kruger, and the whole of the South African pack chase him on over the goal line. South Africa close to scoring here. And France hold the onslaught just for a moment. Kobus Wiese, bodies piling over. How can the referee see? The referee has given the try. Underneath a melee of bodies is a try scorer for South Africa. Kings Park stands. And the last man up is Ruben Kruger. Ruben Kruger has scored for South Africa, his first try for his country, and this is 9th match. Johan Roux, replacement for Van der Westhuizen, feeds. The scrummage almost at 90 degrees. Stransky into touch. And that's it. The whistle is gone, and South Africa have beaten France in this World Cup semi-final by 19 points to 15.
MP Wonansi Mpieza Ubani benga chinja mabubesi.
The 1995 Rugby World Cup tournament could not have produced a more perfect final. The Springboks against their keenest rivals, the All Blacks. The New Zealanders had been the Springboks' first test opponents after re-emergence, triumphing 27 points to 24 in a classic one-off international in Johannesburg in 1992, and local fans dreamed of a rematch on the biggest stage of all. The stage was set for an epic at Ellis Park, and an already electric atmosphere was driven up a few notches by the shuddering shock of an SAA Boeing 747 roaring low over the stadium. The words "Good luck, Bokke" emblazoned on the underside of its wings.
That's a great jump by Ian Jones. That's quality position from the lineouts that New Zealand are getting. This is Lomu. He's found his way down the middle.
They put in, and this is their best situation yet.
South Africa decide not to test the New Zealand scrum because Andrews is the man picking up. He didn't quite go into that set piece. Van der Westhuizen looking to go himself. That's Henny LaRue up there. Is this going to be a try for South Africa? Well, take nothing away from New Zealand in doing so well to keep that ball off the floor. That was Ruben Kruger straight up. Van der Westhuizen does well to run wide to assist with the defensive work. This is Osborne. Now John Lomu and Andre Joubert. The big man has got strength. What a great tackle from Yalvi Mulder.
There's the big man, Andre Joubert after him, and there's a tackle, a good tackle, holding on to the leg.
Not many players are tested with this type of situation where they have to play in extra time. Tip kick through there from Little. This is Andre Joubert. Picks up well, does Joubert. Back to Pienaar. A huge tackle on Francois Pienaar by Zinzan Brook. Chester Williams has had few opportunities in this match. He shrugs off that tackle from Mark Ellis. Extremely well done by Chester Williams. He kept that ball, and this is James Small. Well, the pass went forward, so South African hands are on their head.
Now there in the middle, there's the chairman of the World Cup sitting next to Mr. Mandela.
He's having the top kick. He's ripped his name across rugby history, perhaps.
Is this the last scrum of the match? Stransky and Henny LaRue are moving around. LaRue goes in. That is it. The final whistle then. South Africa win this Rugby World Cup final by 15 points to 12. And what a dramatic finish for the host country.
A momentous occasion. And just looking even at the flags and the supporters there, I can't tell you how much this place has changed in the last 3 years. When we came to see the first match back after isolation, it was all the old South African flag. There still wasn't a black face to be seen, but now it really is this rainbow nation all behind their team. Kitch Christie, the coach, who's also been criticised a tremendous amount for his selections. Everything's worked. Casey Pienaar with him, his assistant.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabubesi.
Now then, does he want to attack? Mulder can get away here. Has the support. What a fine tackle by Perigord, but Pienaar will get there surely. Unstoppable. Francois Pienaar, his first outing, and he's been there or thereabouts all the time, right through the game. But here, though, you couldn't stop him.
James Dalton, Fakilipola, Van der Westhuizen, Stransky, Kwebes Vise ubekela phansi ubaza thatha uMzantsi Afrika bekungaba kwi-advantage line. Sabembelindele advantage ngexesha phuma noJuas van der Westhuizen chase direction Francois Pienaar. Ruben Kruger ngaphakathi unika ndawujonga phezulu kuya Japie Mulder. Jacques Walifier ngaphakathi unika James Small. All out of ten James Small. And Sekile Sompempe uzawunika i-penalty try. Tackle by James Small, Gareth Jones, James Small was in a try and kunene ngelxa Sompempe mzana Joel Dumer ebelindele set scrum Goku phuma noMzantsi Afrika Andre Joubert uzathini uKabi ekomnye ukhoyo ngaphakathi kuyena ngaphakathi kwesapaya Gary Teichmann tries with his debut Kabi. Gary Teichmann fumana i-try kumdlali wokuqala idlalela uMzantsi Afrika.
It's allowed for a free-ranging game. The referee's application of the advantage law is one of the best we've seen for some time. Back foot Joubert. No pressures for Andre Joubert. South Africa looking to open up. Joubert just loves the soda. Stransky showing a clean pair of heels. Can they switch now? There's players all over the place. James Small and then Van der Westhuizen on the outside. This is Japie Mulder. Second test try for the big man.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabube.
Another tester for James Small. Doubling around, nicely taken by Andre Joubert. He has a chance for South Africa to open up. Beautiful pass to Henny Leroux from Japie Mulder. And now the Italian defence closes in. Brilliant by Andre Joubert. And just look at this as they go in. It's Japie Mulder who gets in for the try. Ato made a huge tackle in the midfield. Van der Westhuizen, Stransky looking for space, and he gets it away to Japie Mulder. James Dalton's on the far side. Vakari, now Mark Andrews drives for the line. The support comes in the form of Dalton. Van der Westhuizen taking it over. Henny Leroux gets in for the try. Henny Leroux's second try in international rugby.
Impi wonansi mpieza ubani benga chinja mabubesi.
End result, South Africa scrum, Van der Westhuizen to Joubert. Like an arrow. Happy to take England back to their 22, where it's Callard. Just to keep it in play. Stransky. A bit of a bird from the crowd. Darling. Rory Underwood. Tempted to have a go. Slight trouble here. Big trouble here. Chester Williams, it's a run in to the corner for Chester Williams this time, no mistake. And a little salute from Chester Williams. Swiftly makes amends and scores his 16th try for South Africa in his 15th international. Some record that. Games in the World Cup. Here's Van der Westhuizen, one of those lightning breaks down the short side and still going. Still in play, Van der Westhuizen recovers, it goes to the line. And that is majestic play by the scrum half. He's thrilled, not surprisingly. And that was exactly the sort of moment I've been expecting to happen. You cannot keep this man down. Just Van der Westhuizen with another try of the calibre that we saw against Scotland, and has given South Africa the best possible start to this second replacement against New Zealand. So he'll slot in readily enough. Injury trouble for Tim Rodber. Meanwhile, as South Africa have possession, it bounces off Rodber to Leroux. Henny Leroux in the centre. The Transvaal partnership and the Northern Transvaal of Van der Westhuizen. They mount it again, South Africa, inside England's 22. Still in play. Pogba back on his feet. South Africa possession from Stransky. This is Joubert. Chips through, but it's beyond Small, but picked up by Williams. Caught just short of the line, he's carried over, and Chester Williams has scored again. And the pressure told, and it's sheer delight for Chester Williams, taking opportunities that have come his way. He scored only 4 tries in the World Cup. They were all in the same match against Western Samoa, but he's now added 2 more. His personal tally goes up to 17 in 15 international.